Hi, I'm Counselor Fox. I'm a family and trauma counselor and founder of Fox Adoption and Counseling LLC. I'm also the developer of Remm, that stands for Replacement Experience Memory Method. And together, along with former U.S. Army Specialist McLean, we co-developed the military and first responder version of Remm to invite those with invisible injuries to come together for the goal of healing stress, uh, anxiety, and PTSD. So in this video, we're going to look at progression. In this section, this is kind of a tough one because I'm going to ask you to be trusting unconditionally, but just a little bit, okay? And believe unconditionally, just a little bit. It's going to be hard, but I want you to try to do it. So here we go. In this section, we want you to work through the process of trusting each other within your SSG. It's a practice in unconditional acceptance, which is what unconditional love is. It's unconditional acceptance. No matter the issue or transgression, no matter what you did or have done, no matter how bad or how horrible, we need to progress from that point. So, returnees might be reluctant to open up about these events that trouble them the most, and the family might be equally tentative about addressing the changing moods and the temperaments. But you've got to come to a point where you begin to trust each other and believe in each other unconditionally, break through those barriers that are stopping you. So one goal is to make a place in your relationships, make a place in your relationship where you're able to share painful or traumatic events. Now, for me, that's always been outside, by a lake, at the ocean, on a stream. There's something about being by the water that is comforting to me to either talk about something that's very, very important, very exciting, or very traumatic. It's a calming effect. So pick a place. It could be outside, it could be inside. For guys, it could be your garage. It could be the shop. That's where you're most comfortable talking about stuff. It's usually not going to be in somebody's nice, pretty living room with lots of nice things around. That's usually not going to draw out the horribleness that happened during the trauma. So from a warrior who came home from 2 tours of Afghanistan, he's an unknown soldier. He kept his name anonymous, but this is what he writes. I understand that it took time to train myself for a mission of being a warrior, and I must allow myself the same time to readjust to feeling and behaving like a civilian again. So, as a non-military member myself, but my family served, I know that I cannot say, I understand what you went through. I do understand pain. That's part of the whole Remm experience, is understanding that we all have pain, but we don't all experience trauma. Those that do, when they're in that environment of dealing with the trauma on the battlefield or at a fire or a police shootout or in a combat unit where you're the medic and you're dealing with stitching arms back on, etc., right? That sense of being a warrior, a battler, a soldier, a sailor, a police officer, a fireman, that is one complete feeling all in itself, completely different from personal civilian life, but both are equally as important. Military families who function most effectively are active, optimistic, self-reliant, and maybe most of all, flexible. They can keep things in perspective and embrace change and adaptation as necessary. You know the Marine slogan, adapt and overcome? Same thing at home, adapt and overcome. Sometimes you have to overcome how you feel before you can adapt. So both can come first or last. So that's it in a nutshell about progression. To learn more about Remm and to join an SSG, please visit my website at remmworks.webs.com. You can send me an email at remmworks42@gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter at RemmWorks at RemmWorks, and then Facebook /RemmWorks as well. Thank you for joining me today. God bless you and take care.